top of the works. It is February 1st. It is a beautiful day here in Danbury. It is also day of the full moons. We have a full moon tonight, the snow moon. To all you folks who success in January, your targets or goals you set for yourself, or you just get your New Year resolutions off to a start. Congratulations to you folks who fail with your January resolutions. Get yourselves together. Okay, so the thought of today, folks, it is a full moon. As you know, I practice fasting. Why I do where it originated out of, and what it does for me personally. So, brief backstory on this. As you know, I lived down in the jungle in Costa Rica, and I was at a talk given by a lady who brought up about the indigenous cultures practicing fasting on the full moon. The reason being, full moon is a time for reflection. We do know the moon controls the tides, so the ocean is a big body of water. Our bodies themselves are 60% water, so during the full moon, it is a wonderful time to resist some food, make a little sacrifice, give your digestive system an opportunity to slow down, to heal itself, and with the movement of water inside our bodies, to get rid of some toxins. So that was the initial thought that got my wheels spinning. After that, I started to do some research, and there was if you read all the holy books, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, they all talk about the importance of fasting, especially when it comes to meditating, part of like sacrifice for the good things we have in our life, especially food. So for me, fasting is not just like some sort of trend as far as like trying to lose weight or anything. It's more of, a spiritual practice, a little bit of self-sacrifice on my behalf, that I've been practicing now for well over a year. So I do. Now, if you understand the consciousness chart in the game of life, the spectrum runs from low frequency to enlightenment. All these holy books talk about the fact that the people that achieved enlightenment in our civilization time, all had practiced fasting before they received enlightenment. So Jesus, Moses, all these guys were in a state of fast when they were able to connect with God, the quantum field, the universe, whatever you want to call it. So for me personally, I'm trying to get a leg up on any way I can. So if just restraining myself from food for 2-3 days allows me to connect to a higher source, I'm all about it. It just costs me some discipline. So it does. So that's a little backstory on why I practice religion, or why I practice fasting, and kind of the history on it as well. So when it comes to fasting, I start the night before the full moon, and runs into the next day, and then I go right through the full moon, and then I break it the following morning for it. So a total of 36 hours is how long I fast for. So I'm in a fasted state right now. I'm doing my Sunday run day. You don't have to start at 36. You can definitely start at 24. And you will definitely feel the benefit of it. What I find is when the craving hits you, start eating. When you start to feel hungry, you start to overthink about food. That is the portal That is the time that you go meditate or you say a little prayer, because that is when the veil is super thin. All right. That's when you can quiet your mind, quiet your gut, and shut the noise down and just listen. So that is one method I use to get through it when the old sugar cravings start to kick in and everything looks good to eat. So again, to each their own. This is just something I practice. Members of my community practice it now. They all reap the benefit from it. From a scientific point of view, Google autophagy, look it up. It's the process of when the body starts to eat its own bad cells when you are in a state of fast. So all these old books, for some people are controversial. These indigenous cultures, they all knew something more. And in modern times, when we have an abundance of food, we're really spoiled for choice. It is good to practice fasting. A good sign that it is time for you to practice fasting is when you do not know what to eat for dinner. If you're asking yourself tonight, man, I don't know what to eat for dinner, that's the universe telling you it's time to fast. Because I can tell you what, I already know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow morning. So I have a whole new appreciation for food by the time I break my fast. So there's a lot of info on this. Today's thought is extremely long. I appreciate you hanging in there with me and watching this. It is, if you have any questions, hit me up. I had a tremendous feedback last week from my little low back pain video. A lot of people hit me up. So I appreciate that. And remember, it is February 1st. It is a short month. So for any of you folks that failed with your January goals, get after it again. It's a new beginning. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Check me out at FARMERSTRENGTH.com.